Hey guys, this is card number 5. Today I'm going to bring you guys another freelance offensive tutorial. We're going to keep it pretty basic, talking about the 3-2, 3 out 2 in motion. I guess it's called 3 out 2 in with motion cuts. First, let me show you guys space the floor. Right, again, let me show you what happens with space the floor here. They shouldn't do any actions or screening. They should just keep the spacing. This is if you like to play a lot of Isoball or just like to run like the pick and roll. I guess not. I mean, if you just like to run pick and roll, it's not bad to do something like this. So don't get me wrong. Just go to work with, Randolph or Gasol, either one. Play a little high-low game if you want. All right. So now for freelance, I know a lot of people get this confused, but this is my assessment of freelance. I believe it's based off your POEs and players' tendencies. Like right now, it's calling for a post-up. That's Memphis' strength. So yeah, freelance wouldn't be a bad action to run with this offense either. See how they just want the post-up? Alright, so freelance isn't bad if you want to play to your strengths. Now we have just the motion cuts. So this is the base. Obviously, there's two big guys inside. That shot right there. The three guards are going to screen away. They're going to, fill proper spacing. There's always going to be, one guy either in the wing or corner, one guy at the top, and they're just going to keep good spacing. So this is great spacing if you want to keep your guards or your wings, separated and whatnot, and just go to work. The two bigs in there will have good spacing as well. One will usually be roaming around the high post or the elbow, while the other one will be at the opposite low block. So that has good spacing. So let's show you guys some actions within this. If you hold it here, here's a kind of like a floppy action to start it. Also, if you pass to your big, there's some actions as well. Usually the opposite guy will screen away, bring a guard up. There's not too many actions in this. I'll try to get them all to you guys. See, I know there's another action in the high post. Usually they just screen away. It's just a basic motion. Right? Let's see if we can get another action if we're over here. If we're at the very top, pretty much the same. They just screen away. Let's see if we get the ball to the corner. See what happens. They get the ball to the corner, the opposite wing will just come to the ball, and the other guy will cut through. Get the ball on the low post, there won't be much action. They'll kind of just get out of his way. Actually, there's a nice little screen. So, nothing too crazy with this offense. There might be one or two off-ball screens and then it just kind of dies, which isn't a bad thing. It's a simple offense. If you have really good stick skills and you're good at dribbling, or you get a post-up, or you get a pick and roll, you might want to try this offense. It's not bad. It keeps your players moving. So if your opponents are trying to cheat the passing lanes, you'll have some screens and some actions to keep them honest. Here's another action I don't see very much: a back screen and a pin down at the same time, going on both sides of the court. If I were you guys, make sure you guys use a good team with two good big men. I say the Hawks, the Grizzlies, the Clippers when healthy, Spurs. There's a handful of teams you can use out there. So that's pretty much going to do it for just the 3 out, 2 in. Let me kind of show you guys something else. We're gonna combine these two, and we're gonna talk about the motion 3 out, 2 in. So this is the same base, it's just gonna have a little bit more motion. So let's get into this a little bit. Again, I'll show you with space the floor. It's gonna be the same thing as 3 out, 2 in, obviously. If I go over here, you should cut through. It's not space the floor, right? We're on space to floor and they're still running it, so okay. So you can't run space to floor, it looks like, with this. So it looks like they do still keep the motion intact. So I think this is motion only. I don't know if Freelance or space to floor will apply to that. So let's just go to motion cuts. Here we see a pin down for Conley to come up. At the same time, we saw a flare screen as well. I'll show you some other actions generated at the top. You'll see curl screen a lot, and that'll be open. That's not there, you can hold it, and you'll get a floppy action on that side. Conley would have came through on the other side too, and after that floppy action, you can look to dump it to your bigs. But this is probably the most common action I see in the motion, is that curl screen, and then it goes into a floppy. So Conley will come through, and then Allen should come through too afterwards. Maybe. He's really slow. I thought he's a great shooter anyways. We'll show you some actions at the high post. Alright, guard screens away, that passes. And then Randolph screens away, again for that curl screen. That's probably the most common action. It's actually very effective, that curl screen. And here, in this offense, you're seeing just a little bit more motion, a little bit more continuity. Kind of like, you know, a flex, or you guys seen with the 76ers motion. A lot more continuity with this, so a lot more movement, a lot more motion. If you guys like to, you know, get mid-range shots, not so much about that Isoball. This is a little bit better offense thrown than just the basic 3-2. And this is open a lot. If you guys have a good slasher, and that is open a lot. And then you have the flare screen on the other end. So let me show you that. See if I can get this initiated here. And this is actually a pretty good offense, I'd say. It's right there, and then they got the flare screen, and bam. If you get, you know, good spacing and a good shooter, that could be effective. But again, the good thing about this is it's easy to run, easy to memorize, and there's lots of good movement. And there are dynamic reads and branches in this as well. So it's not too in-depth, but it's real simple to learn. So I definitely recommend giving it a try. We have this floppy action again. The main difference between, again, the motion and the regular 3-out is, I would say, is that curl screen and just a lot more continuity. So definitely give it a try, guys. I just wanted to bring you guys these basic motions before I finish up with some of my other ones. Yeah, but definitely give it a try. You could try running this with flex, the Celtic motion, the motion 4-out, which I'll get into in a later video, probably after this one. So, you know, definitely give it a try. This is going to be it for the tutorial. This is Carnivore 5 signing out. Peace, guys.